Effort did not look like he was quite ready there with his Scourge to pick off the Mulus. And now the Mulus does, or the Wraiths. The Wraiths did go down to the Mulus though. And now he's going to try and pick off this control tower before he can research Cloak. We'll see if this is effective, because if he can stop that, that would be huge. And it does look like he is going to stop that. That control tower does go down. No cloaking for these Wraiths. And ForGG does not look happy at all. And he's just picking off SCVs now, trying to pick off some turrets and things. And now he's going back to his base because the Wraiths have gone back to his base. And he's got a couple Hydralisks and things there, but not enough. The Wraiths did pick off a drone there, and they're going to try and pick off some more, a couple of Scourge back here to fend off the Wraiths, and we'll get to see some ForGG's Wraith Micro, see if he can pick off these Scourge before they land. And he gets one, and yes, he gets the other, so his Wraith Micro is certainly good enough. The Wraiths are going to scout out this bottom base here, the mineral only, and they're going to pick off some drones here again. They pick off one, see if he picks off more. No, he's just going to run around, make sure that effort hasn't like overexpanded to the world, which definitely happens sometimes. But the Mulus and the Scourge are going to come in here and chase them away. They killed one Wraith, and the other Wraiths are all running away. Just gonna, well, one is going to try and get a better scout in, and then the others are all going to run away. This Wraith will go down though, and doesn't look like ForGG has expanded yet, throwing down a control tower, but he is dedicated to this one base build. I kind of question whether or not this is the way to go. I think he really should have thrown up an expansion by now, somewhere, because especially considering effort has not been doing the best job scouting the map. If you look at where his units are, if ForGG builds a base in the top left, effort would have no idea that it was going down and would probably be relatively unharassed for quite a long time. But he hasn't done that. He's just focusing on this one base build, this very old style build, and we'll see if it works for him, but I don't think it will personally. And there's a lot of Wraiths on the field, but he's trying to do some Wraith versus Mutalisk micro, which is very odd. Don't really ever see it, and I don't know if this is because programmers haven't been thinking about it, or if it's because it's just inefficient. But I suspect that it's inefficient because Beetles have been around for so long that if there was a better way to do it, with just Wraiths and not like skipping to Valkyries like Fantasy or something, then that players probably would have done so by now. Beetles is definitely not a new strategy at all. So, but we'll see whether this mass Wraith idea works. I don't think it will, but we'll see if ForGG knows better. And effort also throwing down a gas expansion now, a double gas expansion down at the lower left-hand corner. It's going to be 2 gas and no minerals. So that he could have thrown down an expansion there earlier. That's what I was talking about with the double gas tricking a drone through there. He finally did do that. Effort coming back to ForGG's base with a lot of Mutalisks, but there are a lot of Wraiths waiting for him, and he could go and pick off the control tower again, but I think it did finish Cloak this time. It didn't look like anything was being researched, so either he just has it and doesn't have the money for it, which is possible considering he's on one base, or he's just not, or he's already has it finished. And now there are Overlords waiting for ForGG to expand. I think at this point, Effort's just saying, okay, you know what, ForGG, you've only taken one base, I'm just going to contain you, never let you take another base, and just completely out-macro you. And I don't know what ForGG can do about it. He doesn't have any tanks. All he has is these Wraiths, and the Wraiths are not going to be that effective versus the huge Mutalisk army that Effort has out right now. And pretty soon you're going to have 3 mineral and 4 gas Zerg versus 1 mineral, 1 gas Terran, and that's just going to be complete and utter destruction, annihilation here. Cloak is finished for ForGG finally, and he used those Mutalisks to, or he used the Wraiths to take some shots off at the Mutalisks, but Lurkers are coming in now as well. The Lurkers really need to burrow, and they do burrow. There's only one burrow there, though, unfortunately. Overlord is there. I think it has speed upgrade, so these Mutalisks are going to be fighting these Wraiths, but the Wraith, or the Overlord does go down, but 2 more are coming in, so he's okay. And he's just going to keep fighting these Wraiths. He knows that he can probably lose 2 Mutalisks for every Wraith, and be fine because of how much stronger his economy is. He doesn't care. He could be losing. He could easily lose 2 to 1 in terms of losses and even minerals, even just resource loss, and he would still be winning in terms of the overall economies of this. It's just ForGG is that far behind right now, and I don't even know if ForGG realizes how far behind he is, because if he did, he would throw it up an expansion right now, because he is just pretty much Terran turtling, and that is just not going to work. And now Effort's just throwing up an extra hatcheries for pure production at this point. He just has so much incoming minerals and things that he needs the production. And he's building both extractors now, so he's ready to go to use that double gas and get to a 4 gas. That's going to be ridiculous. I wonder if he's going to go to Queen soon, or if he's just going to mass Mutalisks. He might just be able to mass Mutalisks and just throw hordes and hordes of Mutalisks at ForGG and drop him that way. We do see that strategy every now and then, mass mutas. It does seem to work if you have good Mulus micro and you get some good harassment done correctly and keep the marine count low and everything. It can work, and if you're J-Dong, you can even do it against a Goliath Valkyrie build. But yeah, and it doesn't look like ForGG really has much of a plan here. He's just losing rates here left and right. I don't know what his strategy was for this build. I don't know when he expected to win. I actually cannot even determine at what point, at what stage of the game he was expecting to win or even gain an advantage with this Wraith build, unless he thought that he could go and do a lot of economic harassment with it. But yeah, he didn't really do much. And ForGG tried to put up a command center inside of his base, but it got scouted out and is just getting blown up by the Mutalisks, so he was forced to cancel that. And ForGG threw down an academy and a supply depot up at the top left corner for some reason. I guess he thought it was hidden or something. But Overlord scouted it out, and they're just gonna go and take it out real fast. I guess it'll gain. I don't even know why you try and hide your academy, but Terrans don't usually try to hide their tech like that. But this Terran does. He does have one Wraith at the 6 o'clock position, picking at drones. Evo chamber going down for effort as well. And yeah, this is just going to be complete production win pretty soon. As soon as effort decides to just get some more hatcheries and mass up, which will be very easy for him to do. And ForGG is just going to die. He's just going to get absolutely slaughtered. He doesn't have any side vessels. He doesn't have any tanks to deal with the lurkers. He doesn't have side vessels to deal with the Mutalisks. If effort goes, and effort just has so many bases. This has been GG honestly for a few minutes here, and this Wraith is trying to pick off drones, but one Wraith just does so little damage, so like 8 damage or something. And even though effort didn't notice it for like a year, that Wraith only got like 1-2 kills or something. It was just really inefficient. I just do not understand ForGG's strategy here. It is very disappointing to me. Queen's Nest going down now for effort. And ForGG on the right side of the map trying to pick off these overlords, but the Wraiths are gonna get chased away by Scourge. I mean, Wraith can be defeated by such cheap methods for the Zerg players, by a couple Hydralisks, some Scourge. It's just like you have so many counters to this pure Wraith and like pseudo bio build. There aren't even enough Marines there. Now we're just seeing effort just throwing Hydralisks at the ramp into Mutalisks, and they were oddly actually kind of effective. He honestly probably could have just forced his way up. Still no machine shop even for the factory, so even if there were vultures out there, there'd be no Morns. I have no idea what ForGG's doing. I think he's just in a slump, and he was like, hey, I'll try and do something really crazy and weird, and well, what's crazy and weird, it was just completely ineffective, and he's still building Wraiths. He still thinks Wraiths are the way to go. I don't understand this at all. Hive going down now for effort, and ForGG is just like, at this point ForGG is just pissing me off. He's not even changing his strategy at all. He's just absorbing, he's just sticking to whatever doesn't work. I was hoping that he'd learn a little bit here, and now effort's just expanding around the map, taking 2 more bases on the left side, the main and the natural of the left side spawn. And yeah, effort's just chilling out really. He has no fear at all. 2 dropships coming in for down on the right side for ForGG. It's not going to matter. It's already been scouted out. A bunch of Hydros moving up the ramp into ForGG's base, and the lurkers are coming in now, and this is going to be GG. The lurkers are in. They're going to be all over. And KTF Never / ForGG. Finally, GG's. That was really bad by ForGG. He was never in that game. His build gave him no opportunity to win, and I have no idea what if you're going to go for 2 port rates, you've got to do more damage with it and transition into side vessels to stop the if the other opponent still has Mutalisks and things in rear, you have to get some side vessels out, since you don't have the Marine count or the Goliath count or anything to deal with it, and he didn't. So he was completely contained, fell in his base, and eventually went down to effort, who just expanded around the map and teched up and took him down. Good game by effort, and yeah, poor game by ForGG, but a win's a win, so CJ will go up 1-0 off of effort's work here, and I will see you in set 2 of CJ versus KTF.